Let's take a look at the WeCreat diode laser, the regular module, versus the new infrared module, and see what these things can do. So now I want to engrave this metal business card with the diode laser, the regular wavelength diode laser. I'm going to use this. I don't really have a jig for this. I'm put this right up here against the back and line it up against here as straight as I can get it, and then pull this out. Now it shouldn't move, but I don't think the air assist is strong enough to do that. I could turn the air assist off because you really don't need it during engraving. So let's go back to the software and see if we can engrave something. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. I should see my gold metallic card down there. I think it's made of aluminum, and I do see it right here. So what I want to do is put something on here. So we'll call this diode. Move this right here. It looks a little too big, so let's make sure that it fits nicely. So let's see. We're going to tell it what the material is. See what it can do. It's an aluminum sheet, and let's say coated yellow. Ooh, 1 millimeter. Confirm that. I don't want to cut it. I just want to engrave it. I'll tell it what I want to do here. I want to engrave. Should I fill engrave? Let's fill engrave. It's telling me I only need a power of 5, a speed of 29, and 1 pass. So let's see if this is accurate. The focus looks like it was perfectly in the middle of the card, so I think this may work. So let's go ahead and start it. It looks like the alignment is pretty square on. It looks exactly like where it's supposed to be. So I think it worked. All right, she's all done. Let's see what it looks like. This is the gold aluminum business card done with a diode laser. I don't know, it looks pretty good. All right, so we've got the rotary installed. Make sure that your WeCreat vision is turned off before you plug this in. Put that in there. This guy's ready to go. And let's see if we can do the ring first, because this is something I haven't been able to do properly. The default setting is laser flat, but since I'm using the rotary tool assembly, which really isn't made for rings, let's give it a shot anyway. So you can see this area is non-working area because you don't want to engrave your rotary assembly. That would probably be bad. So let's increase that to 200% and then move this down. Now this 180, minus 180, this tells you that it can engrave all the way around, and you can take it all the way out to where this area is here, depending on the diameter. Diameter is a size 10 ring. Average diameter of a size 10 ring is about just under 20 millimeters. So I type that in down here under millimeters, and it's telling me that it can engrave all the way out here or all the way out here. So I'm going to want this diode thing. Use the same file. I'm going to put it right about here in the middle, and it's going to turn the ring. And don't worry about the perspective. The camera's in kind of a strange place, so it can't directly oversee the ring. So it's going to be kind of skewed, and that's normal. I'm going to fill engrave. And the material, I told it was a stainless steel tumbler. I guess it's probably the closest guess I can get to what this material is. And let's go ahead and start and see what happens. So it measures the diameter of the cylinder. Okay, so it's going to go down there. It's going to try to pinpoint exactly where that is. And it is right on the center of the ring, so it looks like it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And difference range by 26.22. Let's continue and see what happens. Vector fill is on the pan short, or do you want to try? Yeah, let's try it. I want to try this and see what happens. And let's just try it. Let's send it over there and see what happens. See how it is. Done with the diode, so it started right here and it turned it automatically. Well, the diode appears to be a little bit more surface. It's actually a cooler color look with the diode side. So what I want to do now is I want to leave this here just as it is, because I want to still engrave on that ring rather than change both of these things. Let's just change one thing. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to change the diode to the infrared. And we have a video that shows you how to do that. It's not hard. First thing you want to do is just turn it off. Move this guy all the way up here. Move your air assist out of the way and get up as close as you can. And just take this off. 4 screws and a couple of cables. Now we'll put the infrared module in. Just drop that right about here. And flip this black thing up. Slide this in here, like so. And push this back down. That's it. Let's move her back and try it again. We connected back to it. We have the infrared. It found it. It knows it's a 2-watt laser over here, so it knows what it's dealing with. The material's the same. And I'm going to zoom in here. Let's take a look. So I have infrared. I'm going to move it down a little bit. Looks like it's come down just a shimmy, right about there. And I turn the ring manually. It should have enough room to engrave that whole word on there. I'm going to leave this power at 100, speed at 250, wherever it was last time. Whoa. And let's go ahead and start and see what it does. All right, well, let's take it off and see what we got here. Alright, here's the diode engraving. I haven't cleaned this up or anything yet. And here is the infrared. Oh, you see it definitely went a little deeper with that infrared. And again, I can play with the positioning and the alignment a little bit, but that's pretty darn spot on. And we're going to try our world famous manly tumbler on the bottom of this one. This is the only stainless steel one I have that's available. We use this for testing. So let's see what the infrared laser can do on a stainless steel tumbler. So how did it do? I'm gonna be honest, it didn't really dig deep or leave a really dark impression on the stainless steel tumbler. You can barely see it on the bottom. The top was done with a diode laser with the WeCreat 20 watt, and the bottom the 2-watt infrared. So it does better at marking if you want to be more subtle about it, but if you really want your designs to stand out, you should probably use a diode for a darker design or some alternative colors. So let's try the infrared laser on the gold card. Up in the middle, we'll do fill engrave. It's telling me 5% power. I don't know why, I think I need more power than that, but well, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, 5% didn't do anything. It didn't even register on the card. So I turned it back up to 100%, and we finally got something to engrave in the card with the infrared module. Here's what it looks like in better light. This is the infrared. It almost looks white on this card. It's kind of bizarre. It's the same on both sides, except we used diode on this one, and this one actually shows the metal. You know, we used, I guess it's more power that cuts through all that color on the other side. So there may be a layer of color underneath that the infrared didn't take away. So it's a different look. It almost looks like it's white ink on that card. It's an interesting look for sure, but there's diode and there's infrared, and that is the WeCreat infrared module test.